Okay, Patreon folks, I'm giving you a little more in depth of the Sacred Vessel Project. I did a short video on Instagram, but I want you to see a little more about what's going on. So, I always talk about process. I mean, that's what it is, creative. It's a creative practice, it's a process. So, I had been thinking for a while about sacred vessels and wanting to work in a three-dimensional way in addition to my two-dimensional work. And so I was able to get this grant through the Arts Commission, and to sort of realize it's a plan I already had for a project called Sacred Vessels. And I acquired a lot of natural materials. These gourds, actually, there's this wonderful gourd farm out of Texas, so they get really thick shells in different sizes. I was able to get they get rich, sell out quickly. I'm grateful to be able to get some of these. Um, I'm pressing leaves from my yard. So the idea is to use the things that from my sacred space over the past, almost 2 years now. Isn't it hard to believe that my sacred space has been basically this studio, my yard, my neighborhood. I have not gone much beyond that. And so I wanted to incorporate the materials, tell the story of this experience, this particular kind of sacred experience. I started out being very representational, doing this gourd that was representational of the trumpet vine, trumpet flower in my yard, and then I didn't like it. It just seemed, I don't know. And then somehow, I tried this, just sort of working hydrangea leaves around a gourd, not feeling it. And then somehow I moved to this. This came to me, and these felt really right. And so I began working with the gourds in this way, which sort of, combines my work with a lot of portraiture with these gourds. So this was really, really cool. And then they continued to evolve, and I began to carve them, which was sort of in my heart to do, inspired by the masks I saw during lots of the ceremonial things in Western Africa, particularly I never say it right, Sowi, which was the female Sowai. My daughter, but she corrects me all the time. Um, so I began to carve them, and this has been an interesting experience. I am not a sculptor, but I just sort of like want to feel them and carve them. I'm using my Dremel tool. I have lots of different bits and things that I acquired with this grant. This is my favorite thing I acquired with the grant, which is a handheld jig with a foot pedal, very lightweight, which is great, and I can get some fine cuts with it. I can sand things with the inside of gourds with this particular drill bit. So I've been playing with these, and like these are okra pods, dried okra pods from my yard, and I think I will be incorporating them as well. Exactly how, I'm still playing with it. So yeah, pressed leaves and natural materials. And then just more recently, in the last week or so, they're becoming a little more abstract. Um, this one, which is, this is colored with ink. I had bought some ink for my fountain pen. I like to write with a fountain pen. And this emerald green ink on paper just wasn't as deep as I wanted. So I just put it aside and thought, I can maybe use it here in something else. And I actually love how it has colored this gourd. This one, which is kind of abstract. And this was largely, I'm talking to my son yesterday about, not yesterday, a few days ago, about how roots are entangled. And that kind of began to think about that because I was thinking a lot about seeds as I was doing this, but also, then I began to think about roots. Um, this one's fun. This little gourd has a face from clay, polymer. Yeah, I baked it in the oven. I said, y'all, I'm baking something. It's not food. And I think that gourd will be incorporated into some of the others. So there are 12 in process right now. And then I think I'm gonna just take a little break from it because I just want to vacuum up all this dust, man. And I think I want to maybe work on painting for a while because basically, the art show that I'm first going to exhibit this in is in the spring, and there's a lot to be done. I have very few paintings for it. Trying to just relax and let them come. Um, You know, you get a plan, and then, you know, things happen as we talk about a lot. I'm also still working on the book, also due in the spring. I've only got one illustration. But I just needed to work on these for a while, partly too because I had a final report due to the Arts Commission, South Carolina Arts Commission, and I wanted to be able to give them that report from a place of some, you know, from a place in the process where I could show where I was. Okay, guys, so that's what's happening right now. I'm trying to put this somewhere where I don't look weird. No, I just look weird. Okay, y'all. I hope you're continuing to engage in your creative process daily. Talk to you later.